What's going on, YouTube? We back with another one. Alright, so what's today? Thursday? Today's Thursday. Yeah. So we left off Tuesday with Powell speaking. We had the big run up during Powell's speech, and Thursday or Wednesday, we really just had no movement in the markets for real. So I didn't make a video. So majority of this was like just Wednesday's trading. So you can see we honestly was just ranging within this little range. No true direction, no true movements. Today we finally got some movements, right? So just to review yesterday. So price ran up, pulled down just a little bit back into this 105 600 area. Had some slow momentum up, just kind of consolidated in here for another while, and then last night over London, well, I guess it's still London because it's 5 o'clock, but during the Asian sessions last night and London today, we start to see our movement to the downside, which I said after a big run up like this, you can't expect that downside movement. We're just now piercing into our first major, well, not major, but our first little reactive zone where we can see price potentially react. Now, I wanted to see price really come down to this 105 area, but right now we're sitting right above this 105 200 zone at these previous highs here. And the way price is coming down, we are seeing some very strong bearish pressure. So we're going to see if price wants to continue this momentum down to this 105 area and how it wants to react from there, or if it just wants to react at this 105.2 area here. So to translate that over, let's just hop over to US30. So you're looking at US30, right? We had this big drop from Powell, the consolidation. Price did initially yesterday, after consolidating for quite some time, it did push below this 328 area. I think that is, yeah, around this 328 area. Push back, tested its 326, which was a lower high point of the previous market structure for the rejection of this zone. Remember, if we look at the daily, we are in our nearing the bottom of our consolidation area right now. This is a bigger consolidation area, but looking at US30, we see we're not really breaking above these highs over at, what is this, around 345, and the lows are still kind of holding at 325. Wait, so we still have support at 325, and we still have resistance at 345. Okay. So really we're just seeing to what price is going to do with that downside momentum with DXY. That typically correlates to a upside run for the indices. So we're just taking a look at that. May potentially get something like a double bottom situation here if it does proceed, but I think we are starting to move up. Yeah, so we're starting to move up here on the US30 after rejection of this 326 area. So we see the price came down, retested 328, kind of came down again, and now it looks like it's finding support, found a little support, and is trying to break above this 328 level, which has now come like a little minor resistance level. So price is, I feel like, going to break above this level. So going to be looking for price to potentially come back to this 3.3 area, or potentially higher, just depending on the movement of the DXY. When it comes to news, I don't believe we have any news today. Unemployment claims at 7:30. Is that the right time? Yeah. So unemployment claims at 7:30. And other than that, that's the only major impact news. Now, it is NFP week, so tomorrow we do have CPI come out, CPI, core CPI, as well as incorrect. Tomorrow, what's tomorrow, the 10th, right? Yeah, so tomorrow we have unemployment change, non-farm employment change, unemployment rate, and average hourly earnings. So we're going to see how these three come out, depending on, how those turn out. Could be good for market, could be bad. We did add jobs, apparently, according to the ADP report, so that's something to look forward to. Excuse me. So let's take a look at GU. GU is pretty simple. Followed the exact analysis we had on Tuesday, and already hit our first, what would be our first like take profit zone on this if we were to have gotten into this trade, right? So after this big bearish run, we saw price came down, really reacted to this 128 or 182 area here in price, which was just a previous price point from this point here. So we take a look at that, right? So we see really acted from this previous higher low point here. From that, with the DXY falling, we see we gained that bullish momentum, hit our first profit zone. So with GU, I'm going to be looking for really the main level to start to get hit, and during this New Year's session, it's going to be this 123 area here. We get past this area, going to be looking for just these minor areas until we reach this major 1204 area here. But, you know, just taking it as it gives it to us, you know, not overly forecasting. But first of all, I'll be looking for price to hit if we do see that continuation in the DXY to the downside to be just 194, and then past that to be around this 197 area, which I think has good potential to be a good reactant zone. So, excuse me. Didn't yawn this whole time. Get on, start recording, start yawning. So that'll be the first areas I'll be looking for. Spx500 really hasn't done a whole lot of movement here. All right, so we had this bearish run, reacted to the previous higher high, really consolidated all of Tuesday, Wednesday. Still within this tight consolidation zone here. All right. So want to firstly see price break out of this consolidation zone. First area I guess I'll be looking for is the 4010, and then past that 4040 up here in these levels. So and then past that, you know, create new higher highs for, you know, 4055 and upwards, right? But first two zones probably be TP1 to be 4010, and then here may also take a profit if we see continuation around 4025 would be a good area as well. Just so you know, we're not completely leaving all of this up, because we do know it is NFP tomorrow, so that does have a lot of sway on markets. Now, as far as earnings calls, let's see. Investing.com. As far as earnings calls go, today we have JD.com, which is reported before market. Ooh, damn. Reported before market open. Terrible. Earnings per share came out at 0.7. They had an estimated $3.61, and revenue forecast was $296.56 billion. It came out at $42.8 billion. So that is probably going to be felt in the markets for just how terribly bad that was. Yesterday, earnings were mixed. You had Brown-Forman come out, estimated earning per shares was forecast to be 0.4693. Came out at 0.21. Revenue was above. Forecasted revenue was 1.02 billion. Came out at 1.08 billion. So that was pretty good. Campbell's Soup also reported its earnings yesterday. Estimated earnings per share was forecast 0.74, came out 0.8, so that was pretty positive. And forecasted revenue was 2.44 billion, came out at 2.49 billion, so that was also pretty positive. We have JD, of course, that already reported today. Gap reports today. Oracle reports today and Ultra Beauty reports today, all after market hours. So we'll probably see correlation with that translate into tomorrow. We don't have any earnings calls due for tomorrow, but of course we do have a lot of high impacting news, so that will have some sway on things as well. So other than that, there's not really too much we're looking for. Just gonna see how price reacts to these zones here. See if we get a retest of the 105, or if price wants to, come to this zone and react. It is 5:30. Excuse me. So we do have a couple hours, about 3 hours until New York starts to open up. So with that, just going to kind of see how price wants to play out over the next 3 hours, and see how price opens up for New York session. So other than that, man, that's all I got for you guys. Peace.